If you know anything about me, you know I am a jeans hater. Like, I love the idea of jeans, but the actual physical wearing of the jeans is miserable for me. I am a member of Tummy Ache Girl Nation. I have SIBO. It causes me a lot of stomach bloating, and so jeans can be really uncomfortable for me. If I ever do wear jeans and I'm wearing them for an extended period of time, unless they're really oversized, just know that I am in agony. I am in agony and I hate every second of it. And in a recent video where I was talking about some trends that I don't see people wearing much anymore, I brought up paper bag jeans and I was like, wait, where did these go and why were they the best thing ever? It's jeans with an elastic waistband in them. Why did we ever let that go away? So I got to thinking and I was like, okay, there has to be some equivalent of comfortable, stretchy waist, elasticated, pull-on jeans that like look cute. That has to exist somewhere. And so I did a lot of digging. Like, I was on google.com, okay? I was searching, I was looking for every little thing. I was having a very difficult time.
It's gonna be so bad. Okay.
And I managed to come up with 6 different pairs of pull-on jeans, elastic waist jeans, comfortable jeans, whatever you want to call them, and I'm gonna try them on for the first time with you today. We're gonna see just how comfy they actually are. If they're tight around the waist, I'm gonna know immediately that they're not gonna work for me like this crow? The girls are fighting. You just know when a pair of jeans is gonna be comfy, you know what I mean? Especially with an elastic waist. Like, if it's too tight, you're gonna know right away. So I thought we would do a little first impressions try on today, and I can let you know my thoughts on these. If you wanna see like a more detailed, in-depth version, definitely let me know in the comments below, but we're gonna go over the price and the fit and the fabric and all of those good things. The extra hurdle that I was dealing with in making this video is that I was trying to select jeans that not only were like semi-cute and that were available in an elastic waist, but also that were available in plus sizes. So I managed to do that for like, I think 5 out of 6 of these pairs. We'll get into it, but yeah, we have a lot to cover. You know how I can chat, so let's do it. Let's jump in. All right, so we're gonna start with the least expensive and then go up to the most expensive, and we'll kind of see how that differs with like quality and all that good stuff. So the first pair that we're gonna try out is actually one that I found from Walmart. When I tell you I was digging for these, okay, I was looking so hard, and this pair is by Levi's Signature. I think it's like a different brand than just like the Levi's standard. These are called the Signature Levi's Soft Pull-On Taper Jeans. They're, I think, a slight crop, but they do have this beautiful elastic waist, which, like, God, I love to see that. These retail for $26.98, but I got them on sale for $17.50, which as of the time that I'm filming this video, they are still currently on sale for. They offer sizes small through extra large, so very pitiful size range. It does have like a faux button here in the front. It doesn't have pockets on the butt, so that may make a difference in some people's preferences. It does have real pockets, which is nice, and the material feels like your grandma's jeans, to put it lightly. It's like a hybrid between a denim and a pant. It's still got that denim feel a little bit, but it's just very thin and kind of flimsy. It doesn't feel very stretchy at all. I would say it has like a very minimal stretch. They're the least expensive, so I would say I have like the least amount of expectations for them, but you never know, so let's try it out. All right, for the sake of showing, you know, the jeans being pulled on, here we go. They are actually a pair of pull-on jeans, and here is what they look like. They're not bad at all, actually. They're just not like my preferred style of jean. It's kind of more like a mom jean, if you will. For reference, I am a US size 16, and I feel like the XL fits great. I also think they would fit like a size 14 if you were looking for sort of a baggier type of look, but I don't think they would fit anyone above a size 16, unfortunately. I like that it has the little button in the front. I tried to pick all pairs of jeans because the other ones that I could find that were more of like an elastic, stretchy waistband didn't have a button, and to me, that just doesn't look great. I really wanted to make sure I found pairs that have the button in the front. They're very comfortable. I will say they're like maybe the same equivalent of tightness as like a thick waisted or thick, you know, banded pair of sweatpants or something like that. Like, so very stretchy, very comfy. I do think I have these stretched to like almost their limit, but they're not, it doesn't look like it, you know, it doesn't look bad, and they're not uncomfortable at all. So here, I'm gonna do like a little bend over test. Like, yeah, I would be able to wear these all day. I can tell you right away that I would be able to wear these all day and have no problems. The rest of the jeans don't stretch, but I'm actually quite happy about that. For like 17 bucks, that's really not bad. I'm kind of warming up to them the more I wear them. That's something that happens a lot. At first I'm like, no, and then I'm like, wait, but do I love them? Pretty bloat friendly as well. You know, I bloat a lot because of my SIBO, but also during that time of the month. So this does feel like a very promising start. It feels like it's like hugging my waistline, but it's not suffocating me. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I actually think I'm gonna give these like a 7.5 out of 10. I'm quite impressed, and I didn't expect that to happen. But I was hoping that when I ordered these, everything was gonna go well, and it has so far. I mean, we're only one in, but you know, I'm liking the way things are going. All right, next up I tried a brand called Woman Within, and I had actually gotten quite a few comments of people recommending this brand because they do sell gingham pants. And so this is like a mid-size to plus-size brand that carries a pair of elastic jeans. And these do look kind of granny-ish, but you never know until you try. So this pair is called the 7-Day Straight Leg Jean. I do believe these are a full-length pant. They retail for $44.99, but I got them for $29.99 on sale. They carry plus sizes from size 12 to size 44. So that's like a really impressive size range. I will say, looking through their website, I don't know 100% if it's like fully my style, but I do think it's important to mention for size inclusivity and also just in case it's someone else's style. Just because it ain't mine doesn't mean it won't be someone else's. So I'm gonna try to keep an open mind with these. It does also have like a little faux button in the front, and this looks so stretchy. It does have pockets as well, and no pockets on the butt. So let's try it on and see what this pair looks like. All right, and here we go for this pair. This is the pull-on moment. Oh, these are a bit tighter than the last pair. They definitely don't look bad, but what I will say I'm noticing right away is they're pretty tight around the waist. Like I almost would consider sizing up in these, which is rare for a plus size brand. Typically, if I order like a 16W, a lot of the times it like runs a little bit big on me, but this one I would probably need to size up to an 18W, which is a bummer because if you ever do need to size up in a brand, that means that it's kind of less size inclusive than it appears to be. But I mean, the material is okay. It's definitely like a rougher kind of denim material. It's not super soft, and the inside of the pockets is pretty rough as well. It's definitely comfier than a regular pair of jeans, I will say that, but I just don't think it's the right size for me. And I also think that a little bit more width at the bottom of the jean would take this a lot further because it does just look kind of, I don't know, dated. I mean, yeah, it's definitely tight around the waist, but I can feel the elastic when I squat down as opposed to like just a hard piece of denim, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna give these like a 5 out of 10. I don't love them, I don't hate them. I'm just somewhere in between, but I definitely am leaning more towards not liking them. Although, you know, the comfiness is definitely there. It would just need to be the proper size. Okay, next up, for a little bit of a price jump, we're gonna go with a pair from Asos. This is the pair that I got in the straight size line. It's like the largest straight size, but they also have this exact pair in the curve line. And these are the ones that I feel like might be the most up my alley, but we'll absolutely see. You know, you never know until you try something on. These are called the Asos Design Pull-On Jean in mid blue. They retail for $42.99, so quite a price jump from the last one. They're kind of gonna get more expensive from here, but this is a US size waist 36, length 34, and they also carry them from sizes US 14 to US 24 in the curve line. So these have been out of stock off and on for a long time. Just sign up for notifications. I got notified like a few days later, but they do feel really nice, and they look the most like just a normal pair of jeans. Like they just look like an average pair of jeans, but they do have this very stretchy waist, which I love. They are extremely wide leg. That's sort of my only concern, is that they are like Jinko style jeans. So we'll see. They do have pockets on the sides and then pockets on the butt of the jean, thank God. And it does look like just a standard like button and zipper fly, which is nice. So this is different from the last two pairs. I am keeping my fingers crossed. I'm very, very excited about these, so let's try them on and see. All right, even though these have a button and fly, I just want to pull them on to see if they do what they're supposed to do. And oh my God, they're wide leg. Wow. I would say here up, they're perfect. They're exactly what I would want. They're stretchy, but in a way that still looks cute and like just looks like I'm wearing a cute little pair of jeans and not like I'm trying to wear granny jeans, you know what I mean? But like they look So cute. I love the way they fit. I would say this is a perfect size for me. I have a little bit more stretch available, as you can see, but like they still just sit so nicely on the waist and look so comfortable. They feel great. They feel like a denim, but they also feel thin. However, they're soft, which I like. So it's like kind of the best of all of what I would be looking for. I think just the only thing that's throwing me off is the wide leg. Like, why can't they just be normal? But also, could this be something that I could have taken in at a tailor? Is that something you can do? Okay, I'm gonna do a little squat test and let you know, and it's perfect. It feels like I'm wearing sweatpants practically. Because of the wide leg, I think it's just so roomy, and the elastic waist is not digging into my stomach at all, which I love. So yeah, I honestly think that this is my favorite so far, which I was hoping for because I love these. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Like, do I just hang on to them as is and wear them, you know, rock them as a wide leg? I think I'm gonna give these like an 8.5 out of 10. These are gonna be hard to beat because I just love the way they look so much. Like, they're not granny-ish, you know what I mean? They're just a little bit more modern, a little bit more my style, but still like kind of classic and sort of vintage looking. So I think I'm obsessed. All right, next we're taking a hard turn in like the opposite direction. I don't know what's happening here, but this is a pair from Torid, and I have such a love-hate relationship with Torid because sometimes you can find cute stuff, and they are one of the only plus-size retailers that exist in like a shopping mall, but some of that stuff is just not good quality and it's ugly. So I found this pair, and I swear on my life, when I first purchased these, it said jeans. It even says jean on the tag, and I have quite a few bones to pick with this pair of jeans that we'll get into. But first and foremost, according to the tag, these are called the Studio Wide Leg Lightweight High-Rise Jean in the color Light Wash. I got these in a size 16, and they look more like a work pant, like a sort of trouser, and they're just sort of a slight bluish hue that could be denim-esque, denim adjacent. So when I ordered these, as you can see on this tag, it says jean, but now that I've looked back at the website, it says lightweight tensile pant. So I think they might have changed it because the reviews were like, these aren't jeans. These retail for $69.90, which feels like outrageous to me, but they were on sale for $48.93, and they carry from sizes 10 to 30, and they do short, regular, and tall as well. So we'll see. They do have like a bit of an artificial smell to them, but nothing terrible. But there is some elastic in the waist, especially on the sides right here. Like, that feels very, very stretchy. So I'm gonna try to like look on the bright side, keep it positive, but also keep it real. It does have a double button in the front with like a very kind of trouser-esque button situation, you know? It does have a little addition to the back of the pants where you can like loosen or tighten, which is nice if you have like a gap in the back of your pants. So we'll see. They are another wide leg pair. We're gonna try them on, but these aren't exactly what I was going for, and I do feel a little bit false advertised too, but we'll see. All right, I don't have high hopes about these, but they do pull on, which is nice. And here's the thing. Like, they feel comfortable. It's a very like thin trouser material. Apparently they're a tensile material, and like, it's nice. The elastic waistband, like I said, is only on the side right here, but in the front, it's very stiff. I will say I'm grateful for this little back section where you can tighten it a bit because it does feel just ever so slightly too loose. Although now I'm like tightening this in the back here and it's not really staying. It just comes right back out. Here is like a full length look of what they look like. It's just not jeans. It's like, it looks nice, but it's not jeans to me. It feels exactly similar to a lot of the Reformation trousers I have, like the Mason pant, which is great. I mean, a much more discounted version, but why the denim? Like, why the denim coloring? I'm just so confused. I mean, I guess it's like, we have jean shorts, we have jean sweatpants, we have jean pajamas, so why not jean trousers? Trousers, if you will. And then for the squat test, I mean, arguably the most comfortable so far, I would say. Like, I feel nothing when I sit down. Like, it's so far away from my waist and from my legs. Like, it is the most comfy thing maybe ever. Like, it kind of feels like pajamas, but at the same time, it's not jeans. It's not what I was looking for, you know? I have pants for this purpose. For the actual fit of these, I am gonna give them like an 8 out of 10. They fit phenomenally. They look super cute. Like, I would totally wear these if they just weren't trying to pose as jeans, you know what I mean? But for the actual, like, you know, are they pull-on jeans rating system, I guess you could say, the professional rating system, I'm gonna give these like a 3 out of 10. Like, I just don't understand. They're pants. So I don't know, let me know your thoughts. Maybe these might be your cup of tea, but for me, it's probably gonna be a no. Next, jumping up in price a little bit, these last 2 pairs are from sustainable brands, so they are gonna be a little bit more expensive, but they are size inclusive and they are sustainable, which is great. So I wanted to offer some options as well for the people who may be more focused on like sustainability, but also size inclusivity, and then also have some options for people who are just focused on like budget, accessibility, things like that. So this is from a brand called Lucy and Yak, which I did a try-on video for them probably in like 2019, 2020, and it was okay. I wasn't blown away by any means, but they did have some really cute, colorful stuff. So I've never tried a pair of their jeans before, I don't think. So we're gonna try this pair. This is called the Addison Tapered Jeans Organic Denim in the color Midwash Blue. These are $74, so a little bit pricier, but they are made from organic cotton. And then these go from a US size 0 to size 28. So very size inclusive, very nice. And it does have like a little side panel. It's not full elastic, but it does have these little side stretchy bits, so I'm not sure, but I wanted to gather as many options as I could. It does also have like a double button like the last pair, but it does have just the typical metal denim zipper. Yeah. There are no back pockets and there are side pockets, so that's nice. Yeah, there's hardly any stretch, if any at all, but we're gonna try them on and see. Keep your fingers crossed for me. All right, so this is the first pair that I will not be able to do a pullover, pull-on jean try-on, whatever you want to call it. So I will have to do this the normal way. So okay, let's see. Okay, much more of like a tailored kind of style. So here we have it. Oh, these are cute. I will say I love how high-waisted these are. I do think that the waistband is similar to these as the last pair, just because it's kind of got that thick top waistband and then the double button, but it's slightly different because it's actually jeans. Here is what the back looks like. I mean, it's cute. It's definitely the right length as well. I made sure to make them more of a full length in case I wanted to keep them and like wanted to roll them up, wear them down, whatever the case. You'll have to let me know your thoughts because I'm not much of like a tapered jean kind of girl, but I did want to try these, not only for the sake of the video, but just to kind of like spice it up because I feel like all of my jeans these days are more wide leg. This butt situation does kind of remind me of like my teachers in elementary school, and I don't mean that in a bad way at all. It's just, it's something that I would have to adjust to. So I don't know, but okay, let's do a little squat test and see how it feels, especially around the waist. Going down. Okay, actually very comfortable. I will say it is like digging in more than any other pair so far, I think, but that's just because this is less of a pull-on jean and more of like just a jean with some elastic in the waist. It's not like a full elastic waist, but it does still feel really comfortable, and I probably could sit at my desk and wear these. I also think it's just the size that I chose. They're like a little bit oversized on me. I probably could go down to a 14, but honestly, I'm sticking with these. So yeah, I think I'm gonna give these like a 7 out of 10. They're good, they're not great, but I think they would be great for other people. That's kind of why I wanted to include them. It's not just about what fits me particularly, but what may be great for someone else who's looking for a pair of jeans that just feels a little bit nicer to the tummy, you know what I mean? But it does not feel anything like a normal pair of jeans, I will tell you that. So keep that in mind. But yeah, here is the stretch of the elastic waistband. Doesn't give much, but it gives you a little bit of something, and that does make a difference for sure. All right, and last but not least, we have a pair from Universal Standard, and I've tried on a couple pairs of their jeans before, and I've really been impressed. Like, they are by far the most expensive, but really good quality. They last a long time. I've really been impressed by everything that I've tried from them so far. They have great basics as well. So this pair of jeans is called the Elastic Waist Weekend Jeans. This is in the color Distressed Washed Indigo. They retail for $118, and they carry from sizes 00 to 40, which is by far the most, I would say, size inclusive brand that like exists. I don't know if there's anything that's more size inclusive than that. Now, usually with Universal Standard, it tells you to size down a size because they run large, but for this one, it said just take your usual size. So we're gonna see about that. I got these in a size 16. It does have a very considerable stretch, like probably, I would say, one of the most stretchy so far. The actual denim itself is incredibly stretchy as well. Like, wow, 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 wow. They're high-waisted. They do have pockets on the back and then pockets on the side as well. So, you know, it's looking promising. All right, and last but not least, here we go. Oh, I love these. Yep, I knew this was gonna happen. I knew it. The thing that's different about these compared to all the other ones is that it does look like just a basic normal pair of jeans in the front with the waistband, and then the elastic is in the back, which is interesting, and I think it's kind of cool, and it's very stretchy, like definitely the stretchiest pair of jeans that I've tried on so far. Like the whole thing, I mean, I could like do cartwheels in these, you know what I mean? I could like sit cross-legged, I could put on shoes, I could roll all around the ground if I wanted to, and it truly wouldn't matter. So I love that, but I am noticing that even though it does say to go with your usual size, like resting like this, I think it's great, but I worry about this maybe stretching out over the day and like really sinking down. Like even if I just kind of pull slightly, it is a little bit oversized. So keep that in mind, measure, you know, go with what the sizing chart says, go with what the reviews say, whatever works best for you. I probably could get away with sizing down to a 14 in these because they are a little bit loose, but they also look fantastic. I like that it has that like very, very slight crop to it. And yeah, I mean, this is a good looking pair of jeans, and I freaking knew it would be. I knew it was gonna be the most expensive pair that I liked the most. However, if the Asos pair legs were like this, then they would be my favorite by far, because I like the look of them, I like the wash of them, I also like the way that the elastic waistband goes all the way around. But I also think that this is cool because it's a variety, right? Like some of these pairs have them on the side, some of them have them all the way around, and then this pair just has it in the back. So there's quite a bunch of different options to choose from. They're also incredibly size inclusive, which is amazing because everyone deserves to wear cute jeans. Like that's not exclusive to size, you know what I mean?
Those are cute jeans.
Your cute jeans.
Those are mine?
No.
But wow, I love this. They're so high-waisted. Like I could really hike these things up if I wanted to, and now we're gonna do the squat test to finish her off, because honestly, these are going in the direction of like a 9 for me, but we'll see. Okay, so here we go. Yeah. This is like butter. Like it's so soft, it's so stretchy. I could totally see if you have IBS, you have SIBO, you have bloating like me, and you know, you need something that's gonna look cute but gonna be much more comfortable but still put together like a jean. I would say definitely go with this pair. They are the most comfortable by far, which like of course they are. I am fully confident that if you wore these all day long, you would be so comfy. Like any of the ones that I gave the stamp of approval to, anything above probably like a 5 or a 6, you're gonna be comfy in all day long, I can guarantee it. So wow. I'm like really contemplating keeping this pair. We'll see. You'll definitely have to let me know your thoughts in the comments below, which ones you liked the best, which ones you thought looked the best, which ones I should keep, which ones I should return. But I'm pretty impressed by how this went, and my stomach is happy, let me tell you. Jeans are its worst nightmare, so today was definitely a win. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. You can also turn on my post notifications if you want to be notified every time I post a new video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below if you're interested in any of these. If you want to see me do any other sort of like comfort-based dressing kind of videos where I solve like wardrobe dilemmas or whatever it may be, definitely let me know in a comment down below. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sending you all of my love, and I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye!